In any great song, the vocal is the central storyteller. It's the voice that draws us in, the element that listeners instinctively connect with first. Everything else in the mix exists to support that story. The instruments, effects, and arrangement are all there to enhance and elevate the vocal. Think of it like a film. The vocalist is the lead actor, and the instruments are the supporting cast. The fundamental goal of a good mix is to ensure the lead actor is always in the spotlight. Every choice should serve the ultimate purpose of making the vocal shine. This is the essence of great music production. When you set the stage for your mix with intention and care, you give your song the best chance to move and inspire your audience. Before you can effectively mix guitars and keyboards, you need to understand their specific roles. Guitars, especially electric ones, are mid-range powerhouses providing rhythmic drive and melodic hooks. They cut through a mix, adding grit and momentum. Keyboards offer a broader palette, from percussive elements to atmospheric pads. They provide harmonic context and emotional texture, supporting the vocal. The critical thing is that these roles are complementary. Guitars provide focused energy, while keys offer a harmonic foundation. When they work together, they create a balanced sonic picture that frames the vocal. Your first step is to listen critically to the arrangement and define each part's purpose. This understanding is the prerequisite for all the technical steps that follow. EQ is your most powerful tool for clarity in a dense mix. The human voice and guitars often clash in the mid-range, so use EQ to carve out a pocket for the vocal to shine. Instead of boosting the vocal, cut competing instruments, especially around 2 to 5 kHz on guitars. Use gentle wide cuts in the low mid-range on guitars and keys to open up the mix. High-pass filters remove unnecessary sub-bass, keeping your mix tight and clear. This creates space for the vocal, making your mix sound polished and professional. Once you've used EQ to separate your instruments, the next step is to separate them in the stereo field. Panning places sounds in the left-to-right landscape of your mix. Reserve the center for the most important elements: the lead vocal, kick drum, snare, and bass guitar. Pan rhythm guitars away from the center to avoid a spatial traffic jam. For two distinct rhythm guitar parts, pan one hard left and the other hard right. Keyboards often benefit from wider stereo placement wrapping around the mix. Think of your mix as a three-dimensional stage, with each element having its own location. This improves clarity and makes the mix sound more engaging and professional. Clear the center for your star performer, the vocalist, and use the sides to build a rich, supportive world around them. With EQ and panning set, it's time to shape your mix's energy. Carefully control volume so each instrument supports the vocal, never overpowering it. Ride the faders to maintain balance as the song evolves, letting the mix breathe and stay engaging. Use gentle compression for control. Too much flattens the mix. Sidechain compression helps the vocal shine through. The goal, a perfect balance, with the vocal leading and every element supporting the song's emotion. You've addressed the core pillars of mixing: frequency, space, and dynamics. The final step is to bring all these elements together and apply a final polish. Use reference tracks to compare your mix to a professionally mixed song. Listen at a very low volume to check the vocal-to-instrument balance. Consider subtle mix-wide effects like reverb and delay to glue the mix together. Use shared reverb buses to place all instruments in the same virtual acoustic space. Mixing is an iterative process, making small adjustments to serve the song. The goal is to create a clear, powerful, and emotionally engaging listening experience. Every song is different, and every arrangement presents unique challenges. Keep your primary objective in mind. The vocal leads the way. We have covered the essential framework for mixing guitars and keys around a lead vocal. These techniques will immediately improve the clarity and impact of your mixes. Mastering these fundamentals is the most important step any aspiring engineer can take. However, this is just the beginning of the journey. The vocal itself is an incredibly complex instrument, and its production involves specialized techniques. Once you have a clean instrumental bed, focus on making the vocal shine. This involves vocal editing, tuning, and processing. Advanced vocal production explores compression, delay, reverb, and creative effects. Mixing backing vocals enhances the lead without competing with it. Mastering the instrumental mix is step one. Mastering the vocal is the next frontier.